Hey, Denmark! Dansk Melodi Grand Prix. Denmark's Eurovision 2018 selection has come to a close, and in the end, it was Rasmussen who slayed the seven seas and has won the ticket to Lisbon. Should we talk about it? Let's do this! Yes, Rasmussen has won DMGP with his song Higher Ground. I've got to say, I'm really mixed about this. The first time I saw this, it kind of looked like Pirates of the Sea performed by Carl Espen with a little bit of DJ Bobo thrown in there, and perhaps they consulted Ruslana's stylist. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess I like. I like the ethnic vibe. I like the tribal feel. But I get the sense that he's going to kill a sheep on stage, leave a lot of blood, a lot of destruction. It's just giving me many, many different emotions, and it's too much. Old school Eurovision, this would have qualified for sure. In the current system where pop songs, radio-friendly songs are favored, I'm not so sure. I think Denmark is in danger of another non-qualification after Anya's, after Anya making it to the final. Chris?
So I was expecting something more epic. I think that's kind of where I feel a little bit let down by it. I thought it was, I don't know what more I was expecting, but it just kind of felt like it just fell flat a little bit. I don't know whether that was just because all of the performances felt like they felt a bit flat tonight. There was only one that I really enjoyed, and that made the Superfinal, and we'll get to it, I'm sure. But yeah, Rasmussen, I do like it. I think I put it number 2 in our top 3 video, but I was expecting something a lot more epic. I wanted something kind of Roger Pontere, kind of something really epic and fire and flames and all that. And it just kind of, there's a lot of blue, and then there's a few guys in the background, and they all look like they should be in a Pantene commercial. It's just kind of, I don't know. I just really wanted something much bigger. And I don't know whether it was the stream or maybe there was something missing, but a lot of people do seem to love this. And maybe it will grow on me. But right now, I just kind of feel like it's probably right down towards the bottom of my rankings. It's just, there's something not connecting between what I want from the song in a way and what it's currently giving me.
Kristen, you are Nordic. Perhaps you will feel the connection that I am missing.
I'm feeling the connection, and first of all, none of the Nordics have actually slaughtered their sheep on stage since the 70s, so I think you guys are way off. No, I actually felt the connection, but maybe he could have been a little bit more epic, but I am sure that can be worked with. But in the end, it was actually just by all the performances done that night. Rasmussen, like they say, I think, pardon my Danish, was the sure winner. It had power and the Pantene commercial. I mean, don't we all love shampoo? I mean, I do. So, I think worthy winner, I think.
Yeah, I will give it to you. I've gone through the performances, and this is the one that's memorable, and this one made an impact. It's not an impact I personally like, but I see why people went for it. Some of the others, I loved Boys and Girls studio cut, but live it didn't have that, Vocaloid effect. It didn't have that kind of electro voice sound, and so it fell flat for me. Deep Marie, I thought she sounded kind of bad, actually. I really loved the studio cut, but live it just didn't work, etc., etc., etc. One of the women in the Superfinal, the cute girl, the pixie, what was her name?
Anna Ritsmar.
Anna.
Lovely voice, lovely staging, but the song, it just wasn't high impact enough again. The second semifinal is known as the semifinal of death this year, and if we look in the first half, we've got Australia, Jessica Malboy, Moldova, the Netherlands with Waylon, Norway, Romania, Russia with Yulia Samoilova, San Marino, and Serbia. It's too early to say if this will be forgotten, but I gotta say, all I think of is men in leather, like deerskin. That's all I can think of, and I'm not sure if that's a good thing.
I mean, with some parties, men in leather is certainly going to get a vote, I suppose. But that's on a specialist night, I think. Maybe not a Eurovision semi-final night.
Depends on the leather, I guess.
Also that. No, I think obviously there is the kind of Sweden and Norway are also in this semi-final from memory, and that there is the Viking-y kind of Nordic whole appeal that we're going on. So, that will get points. I just do think that they need to ramp up the performance a lot so you can't forget it, because a lot of the time, like a lot of the previous Danish performances, like. I don't remember anti-social medias. I don't remember Lighthouse at Tens. And yeah, I just remember her voice. That haunts me. But it kind of feels like if they really, really drive the performance, then there might be something that will make it more memorable.
I think maybe if they put like more light, it's a really dark scene as it is right now. But I think they can work with that. Maybe have him standing, give him more like a center attention.
Hi, sweetie. To be perfectly honest, I think the staging was quite epic, actually. It was like the Boston Tea Party with Vikings. It was like Pirates of the Caribbean, swashbuckling. But I just don't like the song. Freeze the arrow in the air, make your mark and leave it there, take the lead and land on higher ground. It's just a bit cliche. I struggle with the lyrical content of this, and it's also repetitive. It says the same thing over and over for 3 minutes. Look, clearly I'm not a fan. I think he's a great singer. He's a great singer, though. Like, there's something about him I really like, and he does have charisma, and there was passion and fire in his eyes. So don't get me wrong. I think he is the saving grace of all this. In any case, who do you think should have won DMGP 2018?
I would have said Albin Fredy with Music for the Road, because I remember, I think again, he was in my top 3 in the video that we did, but I didn't really remember it. But this had very striking staging, I thought. I mean, the opening when it kind of travels through him and into his eye.
Through his crotch. Did you see that crotch shot?
There was also that.
Battle of the Bulge, y'all. Sorry.
But no, I thought that was the only one where I listened to it, and in the entire, it felt like it filled the arena, like his voice filled that arena, and it really, really hit the mark for me. Starlight was fine in the Superfinal, but again, way too repetitive. I kind of feel like, I don't know whether Music for the Road would have been more forgettable in the long run at Eurovision, though. It's one of those where I do think maybe Denmark made the right choice, but personally, I would have gone for Albin Fredy.
It's funny you say that, because that is the one I also really liked in the Superfinal, just reviewing it. It seemed complete. It almost seemed like a Melody Festival entry. I loved the colors. I loved the camera angles. I thought he was working what he had. Yeah, it was excellent.
I think, yeah, maybe he would have been a worthy winner, but still, I thought that song was okay, but no more than that. I've actually forgotten how it sounds already. Kind of reminds me like some, I don't know, a bad tribute band of the Rascal Flats or something. And not my cup of tea, but Albin himself, he needs a better song, because that dude, he rocks. He's really, really good.
And just to round this out, you guys, final thoughts and your thoughts on whether this is a clear qualifier, a clear non-qualifier, or still up in the air. Kristen.
Clear qualifier. The end.
Preach.
Torment Giant Spain is going through the finals. No, sorry, Rasmussen.
I think it's a bit more up in the air. I would always like to see Denmark in the final, because they have such a great history at Eurovision. But I just feel like there's something still missing. But unlike some entries, it feels like the staging is probably a bit easier to finish. Like, just throw more at it. Like, this feels like a song where you can throw as much as you want. Make him the center of attention, definitely, like Kristen said, but you can work with it easier. So it's up in the air, but I'm hopeful.
What I've just realized is the stage in Lisbon is a big ship. So the Portuguese are going to eat this up. They're going to love that seafaring realness with the waves. So maybe, psychologically people were primed to be like, let's get on board. Let's vote for Rasmussen. He needs the boat. Oh, wait, Portugal's going to throw him a big old boat that he can hop on. Maybe it'll make a difference. Maybe it will fit better on that stage. Although I must say, generally speaking, I think the stage in Denmark is beautiful. I love that kind of open fan, the lighting. They do a lot with it. In any case, I'm on the fence about this. Well, actually, I'm not. I lean towards non-qualification at this point. That's assuming the other countries bring their A game. Because in this game, you gotta bring your A game. Turn up the heat or go down in flames. RuPaul said that and she was right. So depending on what the other acts do, Denmark could squeak through. But I would imagine the placing around Anja Nielsen toward the bottom. Yeah. In any case, that is what we think. What do you think? Are you feeling Rasmussen? What tweaks would you like to see ahead of Eurovision? Are you loving his sexy, deep voice as much as I am? And what do you think about the song? Let us know here on wiwibloggs. That's 2 Gs.
Make sure to like and share and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you always get the videos when they come out.
He totally stole my sentence, so I'm like, yeah, rock on. Peace out.
You can leave your comments too. And we'll see you later.
Leave your comments.
Bye.